SEC, a Bitcoin spot ETF this side of the new year. Gary Gensler and the SEC just held a rare special meeting with all the applicants of Bitcoin spot ETFs. Yes, that includes the likes of Van Eck, includes the like of Wisdom Tree, it includes the likes of course, Blackrock. This is a rare meeting where they sat everybody down and had a call around some specifics. But we need to be able to read in between the lines, because if they're having such conversations, what could this mean heading closer and closer to the new year? This is an emergency video because I don't want you guys to get caught off guard with us getting a surprise Bitcoin spot ETF and everybody switched off for Christmas and the new year. We need to be ready because they may do something a little bit tricky. They may do something where either they're going to quickly drop it when nobody's expecting, or they're going to delay it and not even give it to us in January. So we need to be aware of what's going on. But the fact that there are conversations, the fact that we're now getting into the minutiae shows that we are just around the corner. It's inevitability about when we're getting this Bitcoin spot ETF, and that really does help the markets. So check this out, guys. In a significant development, the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, convened with applicants seeking approval for Bitcoin spot ETFs. Now, check this. Turret revealed sources who attended the meeting said the SEC was making sure that everyone is doing cash creates. Okay, guys, so you're probably wondering, what is a cash create, right? In essence, this is the piece of the mechanism of the spot ETF that allows you to create new shares in the ETF using cash, not necessarily the in-kind redemptions of using Bitcoin itself. In other words, what it allows you to do is it allows institutions like JP Morgan, like, all these banks, these other big banks, allows them to jump into the Bitcoin spot ETF, let's say the Blackrock one, with cash, because they don't really hold balance sheet or have a route where they can hold it on their balance sheet. That's exactly the whole point, why they want exposure to ETFs. So now using dollars, they can use a cash create within the mechanism to get their exposure and get their shares of the Bitcoin spot ETF, and asked issuers to remove all hints of in-kind redemptions from their filings. This meeting assumes paramount importance amid the ongoing discussions and evaluations regarding the approval of such ETFs. Terrett's post hinted at the collaborative nature of the meeting, suggesting efforts to bring all stakeholders onto the same page regarding the nuances, prerequisites, and potential implications associated with their spot ETF application. While detail about all the specifics remain undisclosed, the meeting likely focused on addressing concerns, clarifying regulatory expectations, streamlining the evaluation process. The SEC's engagement with applicants reflects a commitment to comprehensively assess the viability and regulatory compliance of the proposed Bitcoin spot ETF. The outcome of this meeting could significantly influence the trajectory of spot Bitcoin ETF approvals, potentially paving the way for a more structured framework. As market participants await further developments, this meeting stands as a crucial milestone in the potential approval of the first spot Bitcoin ETF in the US. Yesterday, Fox Business reported that Blackrock made receiving a approval for their spot ETF a key corporate priority. It's Blackrock's key corporate priority. Imagine a company with $9 to $10 trillion under management making the approval of the Bitcoin spot ETF the key corporate priority. Are you tired of worrying about the security of your cryptocurrency transactions? In this crazy world that is crypto, protecting and preserving our digital assets is everything. And for that reason, I partnered with NordVPN, the best VPN service for crypto traders. With NordVPN, you can be sure that your online transactions are completely secure and your identity is hidden from prying eyes. The military-grade encryption technology makes sure that no one can access your data, even on public Wi-Fi networks, so you can trade with complete peace of mind anywhere, anytime. Guys, seriously, don't risk your hard-earned crypto and NFTs for the price of a coffee each month. They've also offered a free month and up to 60% off their plans. Oh, and they've got a 30-day money-back guarantee. Guys, seriously, it's a small price to play for a rapid, safe VPN. Definitely check it out. Link is in the description. Ijaz.uk/NordVPN. And let's get back into this video of 2024. I mean, if this doesn't show you how important crypto is to the incumbents, to the legacy financial institutions, I don't know what else to tell you. These are the very same people who said crypto was the wild, wild west. These are the very same people who tried to belittle crypto, just like Jamie Dimon over at JP Morgan. But we know what's going on. We know that they know that this is the most significant advancement in the financial instruments since the S&P ETF 30 years ago. They know this will on-ramp so much money from advised wealth, $30 trillion of advised wealth that could start to flow into crypto. And this is huge news that they're actually sitting down, actually having a meeting and getting into the nitty-gritty. It shows that we are getting closer and closer. And we can see Bitcoin from a technical perspective now at a very, very important level. You guys know, so far, so good. We've been following this textbook pattern. Broke here, broke through the neckline, came back down to retest. But now we're at a critical phase, guys. This is all well and good. If we cannot break the peaks from this level, we're going to get rejected, right? We do not want to be creating a double top, right? You don't want to do this. Come down, go back up, and come back down. That is not good. That's a double top reversal pattern, something we cover off at ijazcrypto.com/TA in my TA curriculum. So, very important that on this current move on Bitcoin, it needs to get here. If it needs to collect some support, that's fine. We don't mind that, but go and get above that high. Break past this high. Get anywhere in this region here above that previous peak where we got rejected. Very important that Bitcoin can start to do this move and work its way towards 45.7. Otherwise, we are showing a lot of weakness. We are showing weakness that there's a lot of sell pressure at these levels, which Bitcoin for now is struggling to break through. Of course, any update, any news on the Bitcoin spot ETF could really propel us here to the upside. By the way, guys, if you want real-time updates on all these news stories, everything that's going on, make sure you follow me on Twitter at RealIjaz1, as well as being in our crypto trading community, ijazcrypto.com/TG. That's the very first link in the description. We are actively trading this market through this festive period, right? While people are switching off, while they're going on their holidays and eating mince pies, I'm still making profit trading. And I'm here to help you guys do the same. So jump into our Telegram group and I'll do my best to share my chart patterns, to show you what altcoins I'm trading and much more. Also, in other news, which I tweeted out, news that Hong Kong Securities Commission announcing its readiness to consider Bitcoin ETF applications. I mean, look, if the US are close to approving, you can bet your last Bitcoin that these guys are all going to be jumping in. All the other major financial hubs will be looking to get themselves set up with Bitcoin spot ETFs pretty rapidly. So this is all good news here. In other news, we've also got Solana just flipping BNB in terms of market cap. So you can see that Solana is now sitting at 41 billion with a B, dollars in market cap, flipping Binance Smart Chain's BNB token, which is sitting at 41 billion. And so that makes Solana now the top 4. Really, if you exclude USDT, which is a stable coin, it's the top 3 cryptocurrency. And another strong move for Solana here, and a good recovery given the struggles they faced around the FTX collapse and the Alameda Research collapse. All right, so now jumping back into Bitcoin. Look, we're in a really good place here, right? This is not something I want to be chasing. We're now riding above our 4-hourly EMA ribbon, which is fantastic. On the daily chart, this is where I told you guys that I'm feeling a little bit worried until we get this higher high. Let's get that higher high. Let's break above 44.8 and I'll feel good. If we get a daily close above 44.8, I'm feeling good here, because then all that's told me is that we had an extended move to the upside. We came here to call off and off we go again. And then it may want to do the same, come down to call off, and then off it goes again. That's perfectly normal. Higher highs and higher lows. Where I get worried is where we create a higher low, but we fail to create a higher high, and we suggest that we're curling over here to the downside. It's also critically important that you guys keep an eye on this dollar index, which is just so good in our favor right now. This is the daily chart you're looking at, and look at how we've managed to avoid even this pulling back into EMA ribbon, right? At some point, this will want to pull back into EMA ribbon before getting rejected, and at that point, Bitcoin could struggle for those couple of days or week, okay? But for right now, look at this, just an extended gap down here away from the EMA ribbon. Look at the gap between the EMA ribbon here, showing that risk very, very firmly here heading into the new year is rotating on. We are now entering 2024, which has been promised to be a year where we can see at least 3 rate cuts in terms of monetary policy. We should start seeing risk rotating back on. We're already seeing the evidence of that towards the end of this year. And markets are feeling very, very excited. It would always also be remiss of me to not mention this before ending the video. Ethereum getting a really strong bounce here, moving 3% today here, despite Bitcoin being down almost 0.75%. So we're seeing an inversion here where ETH BTC is starting to see a little bit of pump. This is the pump here on Ethereum versus BTC. That being said, we cannot take too much into this. This is the ETH BTC chart you're seeing, and all it is reverting back to the mean. It's just going back to its EMA ribbon. Things become serious once ETH flips this back versus BTC and starts getting above its daily EMA ribbon. At that point, we can start talking about, okay, is it Ethereum's turn now? Has that momentum from Bitcoin flipped across into Ethereum? Because we know that's the cycle. Money flows into Bitcoin, money then flows into Ethereum, it then flows into other large caps, etc., down to your altcoins, down to your small caps, down to your gaming projects, down to your NFTs, right? We know that's the case. But right now, no evidence of that. This is just a calling off into the EMA ribbon. But if it persists, then it's something we need to watch for. And I've made that very, very clear that Ethereum is one of the 4 coins I don't feel like I have enough of. I need to be adding more. And if you want to know what are those other altcoins which I want to be adding into 2024, you're going to love this video here. Go watch this here. Smash up the likes. Don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.